week six. I realized that I'm not abundant. I read this chapter this week and I'm not abundant. I think I realized that because I believe in limiting myself, I believe in a limiting universe. Like, I believe that the universe wants me to be in pain, wants me to work hard in order to have the things that I want, when that doesn't have to be true. Like, if I just believe in a universe that is kind, that gifts me with whatever I desire, then maybe that will exist. I don't know. I think this week I'm really gonna try and practice that and put that to the test and like try to think of abundance. Think of something that I want to come to me and see if it does, to really test like my relationship with the universe. One of the most important quotes that I saw: and so, when it comes time for us to choose between a cherished dream and a lousy current drudgery, we often choose to ignore the dream and blame our continued misery on God. She uses God, I use the universe. Like, I don't take God in this book to be God, like in Christianity or religion. But yeah, she already talked about this in the book, but she talked about it again because I think it's so important, is that choose a life of misery and like sadness than to choose the unknown, than to choose to take a risk and do something scary. This week talked about money, which it's so funny how these things just like they flow into each other so well, because last week I was thinking about my relationship with money, and now this week she talks about money and the relationship with money and how you believe that you need money to be abundant, to go after what you want, and she's basically saying that's not true. I also did a tarot card spread yesterday that just verified for me, when I was like connecting with the universe, that that's not true. You don't need money to be abundant. You have to feel abundant because it already exists within you. I feel like it's really hard for me to understand that and like put that into practice right now, but I'm trying to heal my relationship with money and not let money be something that affects my emotions, affects how I view myself and my self-worth, and how it affects what I create. I really just want to learn how to ride the flow of the universe and do what I want, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. And that's another thing that came up in my tarot spread. Again, I keep talking about tarot. I'm like woo-woo-ish. So I do tarot. I like astrology, but I'm not like super knowledgeable or into it. I'm just learning. But my tarot yesterday was talking about figuring out what you want to do and what are the things that you think you desire the most, and what those feelings are that it's going to give you, and try to emulate and give yourself those feelings without having that thing. It's all about internally, your energy. And at the root, I don't think my energy is very connected to me, because I'm not connected to myself, because I don't know myself, or I'm too like living in my ego and in my shadow to really understand what it is that I actually want. So many things that I want, like to have friends and to be in love and like to feel confident in my body. Like, these are external things that I feel like society has told me to want, and like part of me does think I do truly want them. I don't think you can have like a good life without some sort of connection to people, but at the same time I can like foster that self-love and that connection within myself before those people show up. And I honestly think once I do that, then those people that are right for me, that I'm meant to connect with, will come into my life and everything will just kind of flow. So I'm trying to take this week like really asking myself those questions of, what do I want? How do I want to feel? What kind of energy do I want to carry? And how can I give myself that now without having any of the external changes? Again, I'm liking these more and more. I thought I was gonna hate this book, but as I'm going along, like, of course I have critiques and there's things that I'm like I don't really like that. But overall, I would say this is really interesting to me. And it's a different way of self-introspection and like looking at my life in a different way than I normally would. I have limited time, so I have to do this as fast as possible. Week 6, it's not fun. I'll be honest, I'm getting bored with this book, you guys. I feel like I'm just not as passionate as I was in the beginning, and the excitement is kind of dwindling, but I'm still like doing as much as I can. This week just was not hitting for me. I think this week was definitely more introspective. It's all about abundance, and something that I've been dealing with recently. Like I said, this book is just naturally coming up with things that have been coming up in my life. I've been like trying to think about my relationship to abundance, and specifically money, because I have not a good relationship with money at all. And so I'm kind of dealing with that, trying to figure that out through the pages and journaling and tarot and looking at myself, and not really from like the tasks in the book. I did some of the tasks that I liked, but other tasks I just did not think that they really contributed or added to this idea of recovering a sense of abundance. Like, I didn't see how it connected to that. The first task was to find 5 pretty rocks. I actually already have 5 pretty rocks. I have these like crystals. I don't know how I can show this without spilling them. Focus. There we go. I have these crystals. I actually talked about these 2 crystals in another video of mine that I got them at the store. So I just listed those. Another task was to list your favorite things in like a certain category. So like favorite dogs, favorite flowers, favorite types of cars. And I'm like, I did it, but I'm like, how does this have anything to do with abundance? Like, I get there's abundance of things for me to enjoy and like, but I don't know how that can recover a sense of abundance and like heal my relationship with abundance and my limiting beliefs with like an exercise like this. So maybe I'm just like disconnected from this week. Maybe I'm just using this more as an introspective thing to look at myself, and less of like doing the tasks in the book and really immersing myself in the book. I'm immersing myself in my mind, but I just feel like this week is kind of bleh. I don't think I got any footage from this week. Like, I just did not feel like vlogging. I did not feel like talking about it because it just was not interesting to me. So yeah, this week was kind of a wash. I don't even know how long this video is going to be because I think I did the intro and that's it. But yeah, as far as like my own sense of abundance, what I have come to realize from this week is that I don't really have one, and my relationship to abundance is always limiting. My relationship to money is always limiting. I think that there has to be some kind of big work or big effort or big stroke of luck that comes to me in order for me to feel abundant. And like, that's one of the things she talks about in the book, is like, money is such a block that you place on yourself. It's not that the universe is punishing you or blocking you by not letting you make money. You are delaying your life and your creative talents by letting money be the thing that stops you from chasing them. So I'm just trying to think, like, how can I push past that and try to be abundant, try to chase after my dreams when I feel like my financial situation is not secure enough for me to be able to do that. And that's what I've really been struggling with. Like, I've been asking myself a lot of questions this week. I feel like I've got little to no answers. Like, it's been pretty frustrating, and it's just kind of left me like down in the dumps about it, because I'm like, I feel like I know there's something there about how to like unlock this level of believing, to feel limitless, you know, but I haven't found the key. Like, I haven't. So yeah, that's frustrating. I haven't done my artist date. I will say I was gonna do my artist date last week. It was like a at-home thing and I didn't do it. I didn't even plan on doing an artist date this week because, like I said, I was so out of it. Hopefully next week I will be able to like be back in it. Hopefully the tasks are a little bit better. Hopefully I have some more inspiration, or I feel like better about it. But I don't know, I feel like bleh about the whole thing this week. It's just making me, maybe I'm just being avoidant, but I just feel like the answers are not coming to me that I'm looking for, and like I feel like I'm searching for something that's probably never gonna come. I heard a quote online that was like, some years you ask questions and then years later you get the answers. Like, you're not gonna have the answers right now, but it's hard for me to feel like I can move forward without answers as a to like what to do. As far as what I want to do with my life, I do feel like I kind of unlocked that this week, which is I want to be my own version of like a anthropologist, my own version of like an Anthony Bourdain, content creator, traveler, whatever. I want to learn about other cultures and other people in different ways of life, about food, about nature, about culture, about art, specifically like aiming towards women. That's what I want to do in my life. That's where I feel like I can like see a life that could be fulfilling and like interesting for me, is that. But again, like the limiting beliefs in my head is like, you need money to do that. How are you going to get money to do that? In the book she's saying like take a risk and stop letting money limit you, but like I have to pay for a plane ticket. So how am I, like I have to pay to like stay at a hotel and do these things, and like I don't know, I just feel like what I want to do was not considered when she's like making these statements. So it's frustrating, it's hard. I'm like at a crossroads. Also, just in my personal life, I feel like I've regressed in so many ways. I won't really get into it, but I feel like I've regressed backwards. It is Mercury retrograde right now, so that could be a part of why I'm feeling so blech about everything. But yeah, week 6 of The Artist's Way is not what I hoped. I really liked reading this chapter, so I'm kind of disappointed that the tasks did not live up to the hype that I built it up to. But yeah, I guess going forward, we'll see how week 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 will go. But I'm feeling kind of disappointed. I do think I have changed a lot since I started, and I've learned a lot about myself, and it's been fun to like exercise my creative side. But I just feel like I'm looking for something that is not there. Like, this book is not meant to solve all of my problems, and maybe I expected too much. So kind of getting my hopes up. But yeah, this is a short video, I guess. This is week 6 of The Artist's Way done. The good thing about this week is that it's over and I don't have to do it ever again. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to see the rest of my Artist's Way program. Subscribe to see more videos from me in the future. Follow me on Substack. I post weekly personal essays. Follow me on TikTok. I post a video every single day. And I will see you next week. Bye.